participants. So just attend these sessions live. Another thing, I'm not going to provide any certificate for this session. See, the certificate is the one where the guys are just coming for the sake of it. I want you to attend purely if you want to reach somewhere. If you want to learn something, then only join this session. So that's why, like for the first two batches, what I did, I started the certification, and I see there were not lot many non-dedicated participants got into my team, and I just didn't like that particular thing. So that's why from this batch, I can say from last three batches, I have stopped giving certificate at all, because I don't want you to just waste your time for the certificate. You come here and you learn. That should be the internal certificate for you guys. That's what I want to see. Okay, so that is it. That those are the prerequisites which we have over here. Okay, so data analysis, data science, no. It is for the developers. It is for the developers, Rohit. Rushi, I believe. Okay, so that's what it is. It is helpful. Yes, embedded developers, actually speaking, Vijay, these sessions are designed for the embedded developer. So overall, my plan is basically to take you from this particular basics of the Linux fundamentals, and there will be few more sessions conducted where you will be getting into the embedded Linux development. So that's what it is. It is perfectly tuned for the embedded developers. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, so now before we begin, let me introduce myself. Who am I? So that you can get a kind of belief that you are learning from the right person out there. So first of all, I would like to say I started my career as a trainer way back in 2008, where I was conducting the trainings on the microcontrollers and the Linux internals. And after that, what it happened was over there, while I was a trainer come developer, so basically I joined the institute as a trainee. Okay, and over there within a matter of 3 months, I was being hired as a trainer, and there I used to conduct the trainings, and also I was into the development. From there on, I moved on to various organizations like Intel, Schneider Electric, Novels, Honeywell, and all those product-based companies. While I was working with those companies, side by side, I used to conduct the weekend workshops for the professionals, for the experienced guys, for 5 years, 10 years, and all those experienced guys. And I worked on the variety of the domains, be it like a automotive, SSD, audio, and all those kind of domains. And currently, I'm totally into the trainings and the consultancies. So that's what is the brief about me. So that's what I just wanted to briefly introduce myself, so that you can get a kind of belief like what you are, whom we are learning from is not like just a 1 year experience guy or 2 year experience guy. I'm into this domain from 16 years, and I'm basically proud to say that I love to be in this field. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, so now let's move on. Let's move on. Now, before we begin, I would like to make it absolutely clear, like what is the intention for these things. So I tell you guys, like I conduct the corporate trainings for the companies like a Motorola, Qualcomm, USA, and all those kind of guys. And also I provide the consultancies to several organizations. And till now, I used to conduct the trainings only of the advanced level. Something like a embedded Linux with Yocto, embedded Linux porting, then embedded Linux device drivers, and all those kind of things. And I have lots of students in those kind of things. Now, what I observed was basically, though these guys were experienced and they are getting into the advanced program, but the problem with these guys was they were lacking in the fundamentals. They were struggling with the fundamentals. So I thought there is no point in me conducting first the advanced level of programs for someone who is not even happy with who's not even through with the fundamentals. So that's the reason I thought, why not basically give it back to the community, and as a part of that, whoever is my student, and those also can join and they can learn. So that has been the intention behind starting these free sessions. Because when I started these free sessions, people started, my parties, or whoever are my past participants, they basically started questioning me, why are you doing it for free? Because we were charged so much of the amount for these trainings. Like if you ask me, like these things which I'm going to cover in this 21-day session, they have paid 15K or something like that for the same kind of thing. So I would like to say, like, if these sessions are free, don't take it for granted, because they have the same level of quality what I provide in my paid session. The overall purpose was to help, and it was there to bridge that gap. Another thing which I observed and why I started this session, like I was feeling a deep pain, or I can say like I was really getting annoyed by, irritated by one of the thing, like the guys who have learned the Linux drivers, they used to scare other guys that Linux driver is a very difficult thing. Linux drivers, you require the special skills, and that was what was preventing the guys to jump into the Linux drivers. So when I started this 21 days, I got the comment, 21 days is definitely not going to be enough. What, you are joking or something? But I am going to tell you that in this 21 days session, you will walk away with a confidence. But the only thing which you need to see have is the dedication. So these are the two reasons I started these free sessions. Okay, so that is what is the overall intention. So hope you guys are clear with this stuff. Let me see how is the energy level in the room, and are you aligned? So just drop clear in the chat box. Let me see how is the energy level after understanding the intention for these sessions. So these free sessions are going to provide you and going to help you in your career, guys. Okay, so guys, I am not answering much many of your queries because it would be very difficult and it would cause the distraction for others. So even if you post it for 100 times, guys, I might not be able to answer your queries because it's very, very difficult. All right, so let's now move on. Let's now move on. So I have seen like whatever Google form you filled and whatever expectations you have set over there. What I saw was most of you guys, like are more than 60 percentage of the guys out there are totally new to Linux. They are totally new to Linux. They have might not might have worked on the fundamentals, but they have not worked further. So that's why I thought before even we start with the Linux driver, why not we provide the bigger picture to those guys so that they are very clear about what they are getting into. So that's where we are going to start with the big picture so that you get the overall understanding of how the system is going to be is basically laid out. So let's now start. Let's now start. Now what happens is basically over here at the lowest level, what you have got is something called the hardware space. Okay, now there might be few questions which you might be getting. So just hold on. As I would be explaining, I'm going to answer all of your queries so that you are not very distracted, so that you don't get distracted and you don't feel lost. So now if you ask me, at the bottom we have got something called the hardware space. Now as the name shall suggest, the hardware space is somewhere where you have all the hardware being placed, like your mouse, hard disk, network interface card. So whatever hardware you can imagine on your system, that lies in the hardware space. Now, as you guys understand, in order to operate that hardware, since most of you guys are from the embedded systems, so you guys understand that these embedded systems, when you program, you write some code which is specific to the hardware, which basically controls the hardware. And that thing we call it as a low level code specific to the hardware. Now, what happens is this particular code, typically in the firmware, we call it as a firmware. But when we come into the Linux or into the operating system, we typically use the terminology called driver over here. Okay, we use the terminology driver over here. And now what happens is this driver resides in the kernel space. Kernel space. So how many of you know like what is kernel? Let me just understand from you guys what is kernel. Okay, so low level code doesn't means the assembly code. Basically, it's a code specific to the hardware. It may be in the C as well. Okay, so let me know, guys, what is this particular like? What is kernel? What is kernel? Main part of the operating system. Yes, yes. And then which interacts with the hardware and heart of the OS. Okay, okay. Heart of the PC, core of the OS, kernel. Okay, layer between software and hardware. Fantastic, 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 guys. Thank you very much for your answer. So I would just explain you in a simple terminology what is kernel. Typically, as you know, uh, the operating system does five tasks. What are these? Process management, memory management, IO management, storage management, and the network management. The guy which does all these five things, we call it as an operating system. And that operating system is nothing but the kernel. So you might have heard about kernel is the core of the OS, core of the operating system. I would like to say operating system is kernel. Tomorrow I am going to show you how can you call operating system as a kernel and why do I call operating system as a kernel. So five management tasks to manage the system resources. These are the things which are being done by the kernel. Now, as you understand, basically you have got this low level code, but see, low level code might be the code to the hardware, but won't there be any generic code available over here? Actually speaking, in your Linux kernel, 95% of the code which you have is independent of the hardware, and that is what we call it as a generic code. Now, I would like to make you, I want to help you understand one thing that as a normal user, like as a normal user, as a me, I can't directly work in the kernel space. There is no provision for me to work on the kernel space. So that means if I want to work into this particular system, I need to be in the user space. So all your applications, be it like a PowerPoint, the Word, the Firefox, the Chrome, the terminal, all of these basically execute in the user space. And now you might be wondering what is this user space and what is this kernel space. So if you ask me, okay, just give me a second. Okay, sorry guys, there was some disturbance around because it's a festive season, so typically the disturbance keeps happening. So let me tell you one thing basically. So all these applications, whatever you have, you basically execute them in the user space. That is what we call it as the application space. Now you might be wondering, what is this user space? What is this kernel space? What is this hardware space? So I would like to tell you in a brief over here, these spaces are nothing but the things which are being divided on the basis of the privileges, on the basis of something called I can say the rights which you have. So for instance, if you see the kernel space has the complete access to the hardware, and it's a highly privileged space. Now when you say user space, that means the user space application what they are running, they have the limited access and the limited privileges. So what do I mean to say is, from the user space you can't directly access the hardware. Now you might be wondering, just few minutes back, I told that user space is the only way to interact with the hardware. And now I'm saying to interact with the system. And now I'm saying you can't touch the hardware. What kind of joke is this? Like, if I can't trust the hardware being a user, then what this hardware is used for me? So that's why what happens is, as you understand, kernel has got the full access to the hardware. So kernel provides us some service points, and through those service points you can request the services from the kernel space, and this is what we call it as a abstraction. So whatever service you want, let's say as a word processor, you want to read a file from the hard disk, so you will put across the request to the kernel space, and from the kernel space, it will go to the hardware space. And many of you guys might be already aware, because in the group I was able to see that many of you answered that question correctly. So what is the interface between the user space called, guys? I'm sure many of you already know that. Fantastic, Ravi. So this is what we call it as a system calls. This is what we basically call it as a system calls. Fantastic, guys. So the guys who don't know the system calls, don't worry at all, because we have a dedicated session on day 12 for the system calls. So don't worry if you don't understand. Just you need to keep this bigger picture in mind. Like, you have the user space, you have the kernel space, and the driver sits at the kernel space. Driver sits at the kernel space. So hope this is clear to everyone. Just drop clear in the chat box if you guys are able to get the gist of this particular stuff. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. So I see the clear from many of you guys. guys, keep the energy level high. That's what I want to see. See, this is what is going to raise my energy level. Fantastic, fantastic. So someone is saying not clear. Okay, so so whatever query you might be having, Bimesh, what you can do is you can just note it down. Towards the end, I will answer you and I will help you out with that thing, because many of the guys are already clear with this thing. So I would proceed with this particular thing. Bimesh, just make a note of this particular stuff and then I will solve your query. Okay, so let's now move on. Let's now move on. Now, well, we need to understand what the driver is. So I already kind of defined the driver. So what do you feel? What the driver is, guys? In this whole big picture, I already made it clear what the driver is. So let me understand from you guys, what do you feel the driver is? Your thoughts? What the driver is? The one which interacts with the hardware. Fantastic, fantastic. A layer between the firmware and the OS. Okay, okay. Others also, please present your thoughts over here. Driver is the hardware, a file system configuration, software between the kernel space and the user space. Software interacts with the hardware. Fantastic, guys. So most of you are like very near to the answer. Driver is the code written by the developer so that user can provide the API. Fantastic, fantastic, guys, fantastic. I really, really loved your answers, guys. So as many of you guys told, that driver is the one which helps us to interact with the hardware. It is the one which provides us the access to the hardware. But I would like to tell you one thing. Yes, 99% of times this is true, that driver is being designed to interact with the hardware. But now the question is it always the case that driver is meant to control the hardware? The answer is no. The answer is no. So then how do we define the driver? I can't then say like driver is the one which controls the hardware, because that doesn't fits in all scenarios. So if I would like to define a driver, I would basically say it's a piece of software which drives, monitors, controls, operates something. Now that something can be another piece of software. Let's say it's a protocol, it's an algorithm, or it can be the device. So I would like to say that every driver is a every device driver is a driver, but not every driver is a device driver. You call it as a device driver only when you are controlling a device. So that is what we can call it as a driver. Okay, so now what happens is, see, uh, again, one more question might come to your mind is, why do we actually need the driver? What is the need for the driver? After all, it's a piece of code. Like, why are we calling it as so special? So more detail we will be understanding on day 14. Day 15 we will be getting into the depth of that. But for time being, what I would like to say is, this is there for abstraction, so that at the user space you are not much bothered about the nitty gritties of the hardware. So that's the whole point, that you basically have the driver over here. All right, so hope you guys are clear with this particular stuff. Okay, fantastic. Lady has put that particular thing. Fantastic. Okay, so just drop clear in the chat box if you are guys are clear with this stuff. Let me see how is the energy level in the room. Fantastic, 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 guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so now let's move on. Now let's move on. So now I'm going to go a bit deeper into this particular driver, like what is the type of drivers you have. So again, we are going to see briefly, because again, on day 15, we are going to see this at a very, very detailed level. So actually speaking, on the basis of OS specific interfaces which we have in a Linux, driver can be classified into three. What are these three categories? Packet oriented, or we call it as a networking driver. Block oriented, or we call it as a block drivers. Now the third category which I'm going to bring over here, it's a vast, it's basically a majority bucket. If you think of the sound drivers, they are into that category. If you think of the video drivers, they are into that category. If you think of whatever IOs you have got in the system, they also fall into that category. And the good news is this particular thing which I am going to bring, the character driver, we are going to cover it as a part of 21 days session. And that driver is what we call it as a byte oriented driver, and it is the character driver. So nearly 85% of the drivers which you have in the system, they are character driver. That means if you understand the character driver, you will be able to work with most of the drivers because the fundamentals are going to remain same. So that's how these particular sessions are going to help you guys. And it is one of the simplest driver, and it's one of the most important driver you should learn to start with. And we are going to cover everything about that in detail during our 21 days session. Okay, so hope this sounds clear and this makes sense to you guys. Just drop MS in the chat box if you are clear with this particular stuff. Okay, okay, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. So I want to see this level of energy, guys. See, I'm conducting these sessions, and if I get this level of energy daily, imagine like this will boost my energy level like anything. So you see, even if I would be sweating, then also I would, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you very much. I don't have any words to say about this amazing, amazing crowd. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Now let's begin. Let's begin. So now, since you are getting into the Linux drivers, let me just tell you that what these Linux drivers are and why do you actually need to learn the Linux drivers. See, I got into the Linux drivers because I was passionate about it. Forgetting all the reasons like how much demand is there in the market, whether anyone wants the drivers or not. I was passionate about that. Believe me, guys, when I learned about this Linux drivers, I thought like this is what I want to basically get into. That was the thing. Okay, so now why do you need to get into Linux drivers? If I want to say it more from the perspective of the use, kind of like from the job perspective and all, I would say these are basically in the high demand and there are lucrative job opportunities over here. Another thing, there is increasing adoption of the Linux in the embedded system. See, what happened is earlier there used to be WinCE. WinCE thought that it would be able to cover the market in this embedded world, but that closed and it failed miserably. Now what happened is like most of the guys basically moved into the Linux. Like a long time back, basically I was giving an interview in the Cisco for the Linux driver development, and whole of the purpose was basically why you need to I just asked them like why you need so many engineers on the Linux device drivers. The whole purpose which they were saying is like, since Windows has closed down and we don't rely on any other operating system, we basically want to move all our systems to the Linux. Okay, so there is an increasing demand of Linux in the embedded systems. Another thing I would like to say is there is a great shortage of skilled professionals in this area. There is a great shortage. Believe me, guys, wherever I go for the consultancy and for the training, each and every guy basically asks for the Linux related stuff. So basically managers would be asking, do you have anybody who is basically well versed with the Linux? And I would be getting a very limited guys in this area. Another thing is 93% of the hiring managers have reported difficulties in finding the open source talent. 4 years back, I was working with an organization where I was basically hiring the guys for the embedded Linux. And believe me, guys, out of 100, I was only able to select two guys. Just imagine the quality. I can say not 100, maybe more than 100 interviews I would have taken, and I was just able to select two, and that two was just little bit satisfied with that. So that is how the difficult it is to find the guys with the Linux driver skills. And another thing is, if you are planning to get into the embedded Linux development, this Linux driver is absolutely essential for this particular stuff. So that's why you have enough of reasons to say like why you should learn the Linux driver. And now with the advent of this automotive and all those things, more and more things are happening on the Linux driver. Competitive advantage in the market. And final thing is, see, many of the guys basically have a dream. For example, I had a kind of like always the aspiration that I want to be kind of like a known, and basically I want to do something which is different. And if you really want to grow fast, and if you want to really want to network with a like-minded professionals, then one of the best thing is you should contribute to the open source community. And contribution to the open source community is like a great thing which you can do as an embedded developer. So these are the reason. But having said all these things, if you feel you are not interested in the drivers, if you feel this is not which you would like to get into, then I would say listen to your heart and don't get into the driver. Just don't get into the drivers because that it is free. Okay, don't just get into the drivers because it is free. Get into the drivers if you are really enjoying and you would like to. Just my slides got close, I will just quickly open it, guys. I will just quickly open. There is something I clicked and it went away. Okay, so let me just share it across. So you see kind of heat which is there. And then also I would basically want to give my best because I see the very nice energy level over here. Okay, so I'll just wash my slide. All right. So these are basically the reasons. So irrespective of these guys, if you basically feel driven and you are passionate about it, then only get into it. Don't get into it because I'm telling it. Get into it because you want to get into this particular stuff. Let me just open the chat so that I can just see that you guys. Okay, okay, fantastic. Okay, so hope you guys are clear with why do you want to get into the drivers and how it is going to help you out. Just drop clear in the chat box. Yes, embedded Android. That's fantastic. Embedded Android is one of the reason why you would like to get into this thing. Your mobile phones, they basically work on the Linux related stuff. All the Android phones which you see over there, they are based out of that. Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you very much, guys. So let's now move on. So where is Linux used? Android phones. Automotive industry vastly used in IP clusters and all those kind of things, switch gears kind of thing, servers kind of thing, life safety, and many more. And in and actually I say, let's say, even if it might not be used, let's assume that Linux is not used anywhere, for instance. But then also, why should you learn it? What might be the reason to learn it? The thing is, when you are into the open source, the learnings which it brings are amazing. I tell you my story basically. I started my career with the Linux itself in 2008. And then what happened is like 2 years I worked on to this Linux and all those things. And then I moved to the Honeywell. Now in Honeywell, we started with the FreeRTOS. Now I was at that point of time with the 2.5 years of experience. I was well versed with the Linux related stuff because I worked on two products. And then when I looked into the FreeRTOS, it felt like a cakewalk for me. So if you really want to grow in your career, if you want to grow fast in your career, Linux is very useful because once you whatever things you learn from Linux, you can directly apply it anywhere. I can say you can directly apply over here because there are many Linux like operating systems and many of the guys adopt the design philosophy of the Linux. Linux is basically came from Unix and Unix philosophy is adapted everywhere. So then also you should learn Linux. Even let's say like it's not used in any of the things, for instance, then also learning a Linux for a developer is very important because it can take your skills to the next level. All right. So now let's move on. Now what I'm going to show you is how does the journey to the Linux driver developers look like. Let's say you are an embedded system developer, and let's say you are basically a kind of like not at all used to Linux, how you should proceed with the journey. I was just reading through your Google Forms and responses, and I found that many of the guys were saying like they have not used Linux as all. So they are totally confused about the path, like what should I do, what should I not do, how should I proceed. So in this particular sessions, I'm going to show you like how you should go about. So this is how the roadmap to the Linux driver looks like. So first thing is you need to be familiar with the Linux fundamentals where you are very clear with the Linux environment. That means you don't basically feel difficulty in interacting with on the command line. You don't feel any difficulty while running on the Linux system. So those all things, and apart from that, the JIT and the make file, they come under the Linux fundamentals. And I am I'm happy to announce that all these related stuffs to the Linux fundamentals we will be covering right in this 21 days session. We have 11 days dedicated only for the Linux fundamentals so that you guys feel confident. And these are not going to be something like just theoretical thing. These are going to be something with a hands-on. Now, once you are familiar with the Linux fundamentals, next you need to move to the Linux application development. Now, what is application development? Application development is something like this. You have written a C program. Now, once you have written this particular C program, what you need to do is you basically need to write a C program where you can develop a sophisticated application. So that's the reason you need to know the system calls, the process, the threads, and the synchronization mechanism. Now, in this 21 day session, we are going to cover two of the things which are required for the driver, the system calls and the process. So in these 21 day sessions, we are going to cover these two stuffs and they should be good enough for you to get into the driver development. And now comes the important thing, the third thing, that Linux drivers. So the basics of the Linux driver, what the driver is, what the kernel module is, how does the ecosystem looks like, and most importantly, the character driver we are going to cover in this 21 day session. So now in this 21 day session, we are going to cover till this point. But now, in order for you to grow further, because these will be the basic driver. Now, in order for you to write a real-time driver or driver which can be used in industry, you need to move one step further, which is fourth number, Linux kernel internals. And that's where what you need to do is you need to learn about the kernel synchronization, you need to learn about the waiting or blocking related stuff, time management and interrupt management. But in these 21 day sessions, we don't have the kernel internals. And if you are interested in the kernel internals and all, towards the end, I have something really very special for you. So just hold on. So these are the three things which we are going to cover. So hope the roadmap is clear to each and every one over here. Just drop clear in the chat box if this gives you the clear picture on how does the roadmap looks like. Okay, so many of you basically had lots of doubt about how is the roadmap. So if you want, you can take the screenshot of this particular thing. This is how the roadmap will look like. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Sriram. Thank you very much, Viru. Thank you very much, Krishna. Fantastic, guys. Fantastic, guys. So I love the energy level which is there in the room. And guys, please maintain this level of energy for all the 21 days. It is going to be beneficial for you as well. Believe me, guys, you are open to learn. You are open to learn. So that's what I would say. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks a lot. Okay, so now, since many of you are the embedded developers, and as I told you, my goal is to take you from the I can say the embedded guy or the guy who's not basically into the embedded system to something like an embedded Linux development. Okay, so my goal is to take you to the embedded Linux development. So that's why in the next slides, I would be showing you what all different programs are there in the pipeline, the free programs which are there in the pipeline to help you grow to that level. Okay, so of course you will have to put your efforts, you will have to do lots of work, but I'm going to give you the complete path, complete thing, the sessions which should be important for you to understand what does the embedded Linux development involves. So now let me tell you what does it takes to become proficient in embedded Linux development. Okay, and that is very, very important because I'm an embedded developer. I basically know the importance of the embedded Linux development. You know what happens? Um, right now, I'm into the consultancy, and I basically don't give much time to the consultancy because I have my trainings and the corporate trainings going on. But I keep on getting requests on the regular basis where they ask me, okay, can you give us some time? Can you basically help us with this thing? Can you please join this particular project? But I'm not available for all the 5 days, or typically I'm not able to give 1 day to a consultancy. Out of week, I can just give maximum 1 day. But they are looking for the guys like me who can basically solve the problems. Okay, so my goal is basically to have the army of people, the army of guys who are able to handle the embedded Linux development with the ease. Okay, so currently when they ask me this kind of thing, unfortunately from my paid batches and all, they are already working in some organization, so I'm not able to find the right guys. But again, let me tell you guys, I'm not one of those institutes where I lay the trap for you guys, where I say, okay, you come, I will offer you the job. You come, I will offer you the placement. So I'm not into that business at all. And I never commit anything to anyone on that particular thing, because the moment I say that I will be getting you into the placement, my focus will be to get you placed. And get you placed means get you placed somewhere. That means even though that might not interest you, the validation, testing, the verification, my thing will be like, get rid of this guy as soon as possible. And when I do that, when I start doing that, what will happen is my focus from the pure technical aspects will go away, and my focus will be, since I have charged you for the placement, my focus will be to just throw this guy somewhere. And I don't want to be doing like that. I'm basically here to form a community of the like-minded professionals who are purely into the learnings, and the job should come as a byproduct. Now also, when I started this, many of the guys pinged me that, do you offer the placement, do you basically offer the job, or do you refer us? I told, you are at the wrong place. You are at the wrong place, because I basically help you learn, and from that particular learning, I upskill you to such an extent where recruiters will approach you. Believe me guys, now at this point of time, I don't do any marketing. If you ask me, like on the LinkedIn and all, I don't do the marketing that I do this stuff and all. Clients, they approach me. Corporate trainings, they come automatically, and I get lots of corporate trainings and lots of projects as such, but I say no to them because of the bandwidth, and because of not having the guys you can take who can take that up with a commitment. So if you are one of those guys, I would be happy to have you and assign you that particular project, but you need to dedicate. Actually speaking, the trust takes time to build. Okay, because if I take a project and then I give it to you, if you don't handle it, who is going to handle? I will spoil my name. Okay, so I don't do that particular stuff. So that is what I wanted to tell you. Let us see the roadmap to the embedded Linux developer. So first of all, again, Linux fundamentals, Linux application development, Linux driver basics, these things you will be doing on the embedded board, like a BeagleBone Black, IMX6, and all those kind of things. Next, what you need to do is over here, you need to get into the kernel programming. That means the interrupt management and IO management and all those things on this particular board. And now I don't want you to just learn the concepts. See, learning the concepts is not going to take you anywhere. Learning the concepts is not going to help you out as such. You basically need to grasp that uh, so deeply that you don't get confused. You need to have a solid fundamentals, and that's why you need to do it with a hands-on. That means you need to try out the assignments, you need to try out the new things, you need to play around with that code, and then only you will be able to get the grasp of those things. Once you are done with this particular stuff, next what you need to do is you need to do some project, a small project. I can say, like, just apply your creativity. That I want to basically, whatever concepts I have learned, out of that I want to do something small, something, it can be any small project. If you understand guys, Linux started as a small project where Linus Torvalds told that this is not going to be that big. I'm just doing it for fun. So I would say, do it for fun. Do that project for fun, and you will see the kind of creativity which you will develop. So after you are done with this project and you are through with this Linux driver basics, then you need to think of the advanced drivers, the network drivers, the block drivers, the file system drivers, and then the USB drivers and all. Now, many of the guys have put the expectations that they basically want to learn the USB drivers, I2C drivers, SPI drivers, and all those kind of things. So, of course, these sessions will pave the way for you to get there. But let me be very honest, as a part of these 21-day sessions, we are not going to cover the advanced drivers. As a part of this, I'm just going to get you started with the Linux drivers. I would be very, very honest. I don't want to take even a single minute of your time in that misunderstanding. I don't want you to misunderstand something. So please understand, this is the head start to the Linux driver, which we'll be totally doing on the PC. You don't need any hardware for that. Okay, and advanced drivers and all, of course I have lots of courses and all those kind of thing, which you can ping me and I can ask, tell you about. And now comes important thing. See, you know the drivers, you are working on the drivers, but when you will be doing with you will be dealing with a board, isn't it important that you understand the boot flow about the board? Isn't it important that you understand like what brings it to that level? How does the user space comes up? How does the kernel space comes up? So that's where you need to understand embedded Linux BSP and the build system, which is basically the parallel path. And this will make you embedded Linux specialist. And I can say like I'm very satisfied because I have worked on all those aspects with a variety of organizations. And this is what I want you to get to. Okay, so hope it is making sense to each one of you. The whole path which you have over here, it's making sense. Just type MS in the chat box. Let me see if you guys are with me. Just drop MS in the chat box. Okay, okay, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Love the energy level of this room, guys. That is what is keeping me excited, and I would like to give more and more. Okay, I would like to give more and more. Fantastic, guys. Thank you very much. Okay, so now let's move on. Now let's move on. So what you will learn, as many of you guys were asking, like, what are we going to learn during this 21 days? As such, I already shared that in a session, guys, over the WhatsApp. I have shared it, but let me just quickly walk you through what we are going to learn as a part of this 21 days session. As I promised, the first thing is Linux fundamentals. So everything which you are seeing on the screen is the Linux fundamentals. Roadmap is something like setting up the Linux system, Linux directory structure, essential commands in Linux, embedded Linux components, toolchain fundamentals, GCC internals, makefile, JIT basics, all those things we are going to see for 11 days in this session. And now most of you guys might be thinking, okay, I'm already expert at that. Are you these sessions going to help? Guys, I would say one thing. See, you should always be open to learn. The moment you say that I know everything, that means you have stopped learning. And the moment you stop learning, you have stopped upgrading yourself. And the moment you stop upgrading yourself, you will see that you will become easily replaceable. Okay, so these things, I'm going to promise you, you are going to learn lots of things which you might not be knowing. Even today, I attend the webinars and the sessions, and I basically pay for the workshops which even I might feel like I know. I never feel like I know. I don't say the most dangerous word in the world is I know that. This three words sentence is very, very dangerous. I know that. Believe me, guys, then you are just closing the doors. You are just closing yourself and you are cutting off from the learnings, and that's not good. Next thing, what we are going to move on to is the application development, where we are going to get into the system calls and the processes. And the third and the important part, where we have something like a 7 days being dedicated to the drivers, where we are going to see introduction to the drivers, Linux kernel overview, Linux kernel module, writing your first driver, and the character drivers. Now what happened is basically, uh, I saw that many of you were super excited about learning much of the things about the embedded Linux. Then I thought, why not plan some of the sessions, again, the free sessions? Why not plan some of the free sessions for you guys? So that's why I have decided to launch these programs in, I can say, probably next month. That would happen next month. These programs are going to happen, the free programs are going to happen in the next month, where the goal is the first program out of that is Embedded Linux Fast Track. And here we are going to I'm going to provide you the clear picture on embedded Linux driver development. So for example, here you are going to see everything on PC, but over there in these sessions, I want to show you everything on the BeagleBone Black. Okay, everything on the BeagleBone Black. And this includes Linux driver basics, platform drivers, device tree binary, various kernel debugging techniques. So those all things will be covered in the upcoming, whatever I can say, program I would be launching. What you need to know, because in order to get into this, Linux driver fundamentals and the Linux application development, and of course the C programming. So Hope you guys are excited and you are willing to join this. So just drop excited in the chat box if you are really excited about this upcoming program, which would be free. Of course, 21 days we have, and after 21 days, I will be basically launching it only for you guys, because I saw the energy level in this particular WhatsApp group was amazing. What's amazing, and that really inspired me. Why not bring those other sessions as well, which can help you grow? So that's why I thought, let me launch few more programs which I have not done till now, but now I'm going to do it for absolutely free for you guys. And these will be the bootcamp kind of things, and the format and all I will tell you guys. So that will basically help you get into the embedded Linux development. Yes, this is going to be very, very interesting, guys. And because I was just reading through your expectations, see, guy, what happens is many of the guys, they refrain from providing why do you want to join these sessions, because still I don't know like what is the expectations for you from you guys. How can I basically put across the things in place? So I'm really very thankful that 500 plus guys, 550 plus guys have responded in the Google form, and most of you are embedded developers and you basically want to take your skills to the next level in the embedded Linux. So I thought, first let me have the base level program, which is this 21 days. Then let me have the program to fast track your journey into the embedded Linux. So again, let me make it very clear, guys. So these are going to be in a webinar format, and I'm going to give you the picture about how you should proceed so that you should not be confused. All right. And another program which is there in the pipeline is the embedded Linux system internals. And here we are, the objective is basically to provide you the clear picture about the embedded Linux systems. That means it includes booting sequence of the embedded Linux system, which I will be showing you live. Then the bootloaders, the U-boot kind of bootloader, the first stage bootloader we will be covering over there. The Linux kernel configuration and building, the build systems like a Yocto, and the build route we will be covering. Okay, but again, I would say detailed agenda I have not defined yet. I just wanted to announce it in this session because I felt like many of you guys want to reach at that embedded Linux development. So how can you I help you out to reach there? So that's why I have launched this particular programs in October. They will happen in October. Okay. So in October timeframe, that's a plan. So next month, that means prerequisites, Linux fundamentals, and then basically Linux application development, Linux driver basics you need to basically know. Okay, in this 21 day session, no Yocto, no Yocto. But over here, I will cover the beef on the Yocto because Yocto is an ocean itself. So now, if you guys want to basically be updated about these particular thing, so what I would say is I'm going to basically provide one kind of like WhatsApp group link, WhatsApp group link. So please join that WhatsApp group. Let me see how is the interest level so that I can launch these programs and over here. So make sure you make a note of this in the group also. I will share it, and just make a note of this particular link. It's go Okay, so I'm just giving you the links for the WhatsApp groups, guys. You can join those groups, and I will keep you posted on the fundamentals and all those kind of stuff. And the third program which I'm planning to launch is the operating system essentials, like get comfortable with operating system concepts, multi-process and multi-threaded synchronization mechanism, communication, and this is going to be on a free RTOS and Linux. This thing, this is for the guys who want to get into the OS application development, OS related stuff. So this is for that, where I will be using a free RTOS and the Linux as such. So again, this is the third program which you have. I have provided you the link and I will share it in the group as well. So you guys can join that particular group, and if you are interested. All right, so that is it. So these are basically the reviews from my past students who have attended the 21 days program, where you see this is what they have to say. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. That is what I would like to say, guys. See, um, as such, my consultancies and my corporate trainings pay me a lot in terms of lakhs, and I charge them hourly basis. I would be very honest. But the thing is, see, I'm a kind of person, and I'm a kind of guy who basically work for the satisfaction. See, there are very few guys who work for the satisfaction, who work so that they feel happy. And conducting these kind of sessions with you guys, interacting with you guys, it makes me feel happy. Okay, it makes me feel good, and that's why I'm doing it. And the moment I feel I'm not getting a right kind of guys, and the moment I feel that the guys are not interested, I will just move out of that. Because see, what happened is I used to do lots of consultancies. Like in a day, I used to handle 4 consultancies for the organizations, and then I started feeling saturated in the sense like it was a monotonous thing which was happening. There was no excitement, so I dropped out of 3. I dropped out of 3. I told I don't have a bandwidth. I won't be doing, because I love to do what I like, and I don't do everything for the money sake. If I want to do it only for the money sake, there are lot many companies who have the requirements. Just few days back, basically, I was being pinged by my earlier, for whom I was providing the consultancy, like, I'm going to provide you whatever rate you want on the hourly basis for this work. Are you going to work for me? But I felt I'm not ready. I'm not right now looking for more consultancies, because I want to get into more into this training space, and I want to help the guys like you who are truly willing to grow. So that's the reason I do it for the fun sake. I do it for kind of like enjoyments. The moment that particular thing don't basically make me happy, I leave it. It's like that. In the organizations also, I have made lots of switches. The reason I made the switches, because I was not enjoying. I felt saturated. I just moved out. Okay, so that's the reason. So I'm doing these programs only because I love it. The moment I don't love it, moment I don't like it, moment I see the guys are not dedicated, I just move out of that. I'm not looking for the thousands of non-dedicated professionals. I'm looking for the few dedicated professionals like you, whom I want to give the best. That's it. That's it. Okay, so these are basically the feedback which we have. You see, the explanation by the Pradeep sir is really awesome and understood by anyone irrespective of the prerequisites. So those are the level of feedbacks which I want to see from you guys. So that is what I would like to see from you guys also after the 21-day session. And after these sessions, if you can provide me such feedbacks which can encourage other guys also to learn like that, that would be great. Okay, fantastic. Now let's move on. Now let's move on. Okay, so now in that Google form, more than 50 percentage of the guys, they basically told that they wanted to get into the top MNCs, top semiconductor industries. So now I'm going to tell you the formula for what really got me into those companies like Intel, Honeywell, Schneider, and many such companies. And in during my career, I cracked lots of interviews, lots of interviews. Cracking the interview was like a fun for me. It was like that. And now I'm on to into my dream career. That means I'm into freelancing. Okay, that means I'm my own boss. I work on my own terms and conditions, and there is nobody to basically tell me like, you do this, you do that. So that's what basically I love. So I would like to say that these are the things which really help me grow. So I can say, like, most of the guys might be expecting over here, I'm going to tell you the skills. I learned Linux, I learned embedded Linux. No, it was not a skill. It was something beyond that. It was something beyond that. And one of that was passion. I had a passion for embedded system like anything. So that's why I keep on repeating to you guys, guys, get into this particular session only if you like it. Don't waste your time, because time is the most important asset. So if you don't feel passionate about it, if you don't feel interested into that, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. I'm teaching Linux driver. That means that doesn't means like I will be telling you you do the embedded Linux, irrespective of whether you are interested or not. So having a passion in that particular field was is very important. I used to crave for embedded systems. Believe me, guys, because what used to happen is I used to be in a very small town, somewhere in Gujarat, where there was not much scope for the software, much scope for the embedded systems. I used to work in the company which I don't used to like, and my heart was always toward embedded systems. So my life really changed when I moved into my passion, which is embedded systems, where I feel working is not the thing which is like a kind of like I don't feel like a working. I felt like I am playing something, I'm enjoying something. And 16 hours, 17 hours, 18 hours, I used to work and work, and I don't used to feel that I'm working, because I was not feeling stressful. I used to have a fun. So get into something where you feel the fun. And that is what the Steve Jobs says. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is a great work. And the only way to do the great work is to love what you do. And how many of you guys agree with this? This is, by the way, not from me, it is from the Steve Jobs, guys. So how many of you really agree that this is what it is? This is what, if you are not passionate about something, don't work for the money's sake. See, what happens is many of the guys, they come to me and they, what they say, what is the package offered in the Linux driver? I say, are you interested in Linux drivers? Are you passionate about the Linux drivers? Then get into it. Forget about the package. There is no limit to the salary which you can get. There is no limit to the package which you can get. I can bet that, because I used to get whatever I used to demand. Believe me, that was the case. I reached at that level wherever whatever I demand I used to get. And right now also consultancy, whatever amount I demand, I get that. Okay, so there is no limit. The limit is how passionate you are. If you are passionate about that thing, there is no limit to where you can reach. So that's why the first question I ask them is, don't go with don't be a market trend rider. If you are a trend rider, you will never be happy with yourself. You will never be satisfied with yourself. So that's why you need to make sure that you are really, really passionate about that. And now I'm going to come to the second point, what really helped me reach my dream job and the dream career, where I feel immensely satisfied with myself, immensely satisfied internally with myself. What really helped me reach there? Let me just play a very short video for all of you guys, and that is going to be the mind blowing for all of you. And you are going to basically get a kind of true feeling like, yes, that's what, that's the way we should basically be. Okay, and that's the way we are basically, and we where we need to improve. So I'm just going to play a very small video. Again, I get it from LinkedIn. I don't basically watch the reels and all those things. From the LinkedIn I got this particular thing. So let me just share it across with you guys. So basically this is it. Let me just share. Okay, so this is basically a story of a mouse. Okay, so let's see.
The mouse was put at the top of a jar filled with grains. He was so happy to find so much food around him that he no longer felt the need to run around searching for food, and now he could happily live his life. After a few days of enjoying the grains, he reached the bottom of the jar. Suddenly, he realized that he was trapped and he couldn't get out. He now has to fully depend on someone to put grains in the jar for him to survive. He also may not get the grain of his choice, and he cannot choose either. He now has no choice but to eat what he's given. A few lessons to learn from this. 1. Short-term pleasures can lead to long-term traps. 2. If things come easy and you get comfortable, you are getting trapped into dependency. 3. When you are not using your skills, you will lose more than your skills. You lose your choices and freedom. 4. Freedom does not come easy but can be lost quickly. 5. Nothing comes easily in life, and if it comes easily, maybe it is not worth it. Don't curse your struggles. They are your blessings in disguise.
All right, so how many of you are really, really able to get the essence of this particular thing? And you guys agree that these kind of things, we are, most of the guys are stuck in this kind of loop where we are into one job. Even if we are not getting a job, liking a job, we are doing it for the namesake. And if you are doing that, that is not good. Actually speaking, I was one of the guy. who went into the comfort zone when I joined Intel. Actually speaking, I in other organizations I just worked for 1 year, 1.5 years, 2 years, something like this. But when I got into my dream company, Intel, I was so very happy and I was so very satisfied, and I thought, okay, fine, that is what I have reached at the top of the world, and that's what I need to be. And I stopped working on the other stuffs. I stopped upscaling myself. I stopped upgrading myself. And those 5 years, my curve went like this. And then I realized, no, whatever I'm doing is not correct. Though Intel is the company, but remember, you guys, you love your job but don't love the company, because don't know when your company stops loving you. Okay, so that's a thought from one famous guy who says you love your job but you don't love your company because you never know when your company stops loving you. Now you see where the Intel is. Intel is dying. Unfortunately, Intel is dying now. Mass layoffs and all those things. So guys, you need to keep growing. You need to break the comfort zone and don't stick to any one company, because the moment you become the comfortable, you're gone. Okay. And now the third thing which you need to remember is power of saying no. Now what do I mean by power of saying no? There are thousands of options available, right? But you need to choose the option which basically suits you the best. Okay, and you will have to say thousands of other options no. That is the power of saying no. In my life right now, as I told you, I'm getting lots of consultancies, I'm getting lots of job positions at the very senior level, be it in the Amazon, Google, or anywhere. But I have started saying them no, because that is not my goal. What my goal is, that is not what I really enjoy to be in. I do what I really enjoy, and I have a goal of basically getting into this training space and the coaching space and inspiring the masses to grow in the embedded Linux. Because whenever somebody comes to me with a requirement of the embedded Linux and all those things, I have very few guys to refer. Believe me guys, I have very few guys to refer. The reason is because nobody people basically give up. They get into the comfort zone again, and it's very difficult to pull them out of it. So what Steve Jobs says, people think focus means saying yes to the thing you have got to focus on, but it means saying no to 100 other good ideas that there are. You have to pick carefully. Like I was working with a very small organization just with a 15K as a salary. My students were getting 30K at that point of time per month. I was just getting 15K, but I stayed in that company for 2.5 years. The reason I stayed there for 2.5 years was because I was handling two projects, and I knew the moment I handle these two projects, my curve will go like this. So the problem is we always value the short term gain and we ignore the long term gain. But for me, the short term gain was not important. Short term pain is fine, but I wanted to focus on what I want to achieve. And that really helped me grow like anything in the life. That's what basically you guys need to think of. Okay, and another thing, I am really very thankful to my mentor who taught me lots of stuff in the life which helped me grow. Okay, which helped me grow in the life. Okay, so now I gave you the roadmap. I told you like how to get into the top MNCs, what kind of I can say passion and comfort zone you will have to leave in if you basically want to get into. But then also, why do people fail? Why do people fail? So the people typically fail because of lack of action. Lack of action. Now we say why there is no action, because there is lack of motivation. So now how do we bring that motivation back? How do we basically get into that particular stuff? So let me just tell you. Now many of you guys might feel, okay, these are not useful for me. So if you feel that, you are very wrong. You are very wrong, guys. So let me again play one more video for you guys. One more video from you guys, which is one of my favorite. And then this is going to be the game changer for many of you guys. This is going to be the game changer. So let me just play around. And when I basically watched it on the LinkedIn, I got goosebumps. Okay. And that is what you will see over here. So let me just play another video and just carefully watch that. Just carefully watch that. So you see over here, we basically have this horse, which is stuck in this puddle, and it has no motivation to come out of that. So many of the times it happens so with us as well, that we feel stuck and we don't know how to come out of us. There are friends around, there are relatives around, there are parents around who want to bring us out, but unfortunately even they fail to get out of it because they don't know how to bring it, because we have gone so low in our life that we are not able to come up, and there is no motivation to come out. We felt like, okay, fine, it's all over and let me be the way it is. And then what you see is the people around you are growing, the people around you are moving, the people around you are getting promoted, and you still feel like, do I really have the courage to do that? Do I really have that energy to come out of that particular stuff? And we just watch around, we just look around in the life, and we really feel that, is it really the time where I can get into, or I can ever get out of this particular thing? But as you get into the community where the people are growing at the faster pace, where they basically really feel where they really are moving that fast, you see that there is some hope, there is some hope, and you see, and that's where you start trying something, you start trying something, that yes, let me just give it a try. If these guys can do it, why can't I? If these guys can basically run like this, why can't I? If these guys can get promoted, why can't I? So that is what the feeling you get, and this gives you a motivation to grow. And you see, now this horse is now thinking of, I can also do something, I can also do something, I can also do it. And see, many of them, his relatives, many of his the guys were trying to bring him out, but he was not. But it is the motivation which he got from the community of growing guys, he has finally able to come out of that. So how many of you are really able to resonate this? When I basically watched this video, I got the goosebumps as such, that we feel stuck in life many a times. We feel we don't have the energy, but energy resides within you guys. So that's what I would like to say, that this can be a game changer for many of you. Okay, man, game changer for many of you. So now I would like to ask you ask you one thing, guys. What really helped this horse come out of that low? What was really helped him come out of this low? Motivation. Okay, okay. Let me understand from you guys. What else? Surroundings, environment, guys. So you are some of five people you hang around with. So if you really want to grow, you need to have a proper environment. So that's why the golden tip for all of you is to be a part of the community, the like-minded community. So you see over here, I create the communities and I don't stop the messaging, because I want you guys to interact with each other, and that is what has been my goal. I want to have the community of the like-minded professionals who are here to help each other, where they uh, promote the collaboration over the competition. And that is what basically I want to see you guys. And that's why I'm forming this community. And that's what I love to do. That's what I love to do. Okay, so that is what it is. Yes, Vida, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now you see, most of the guys will feel, oh, what is this? We are not learning technicals. Fine, guys. And if you feel like technical is the only thing which you want to grow in life, think again. Think in again. You need the mindset, because it's a 80 percentage which is mindset which can help you grow. It's a mindset which has helped me reach here. It's not the technical is 20%. Technical is just 20%, guys. Okay. So let's now move on. Let's now move on. Okay. So now I would like to ask you guys that you have been with me for around more than an hour, guys, hour and 20 minutes. And what do you guys feel like? Was I really able to satisfy you? And was I able to provide the value for your time? If that is the case, would you guys mind providing a 5-star review which can really help other guys also motivate and get into this? Remember, guys, we are not done yet. We are not done yet. I have something really very special for you, especially the guys who are willing to grow fast, the guys who basically are looking for the recordings and all. So I have something very special coming for you. So don't drop out, because if you drop out, you will be losing something really very important. Believe me, guys, something really very important you are going to miss. So, would you, my guys, mind providing a 5-star review for the efforts which I am putting, for the knowledge which I am giving? Because in this 21 days, we will be totally into the technicals, guys. Technicals is everywhere. But, guys, it is the okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, someone says 6-star. Okay, so I'm basically providing you a link, guys, the Google review links. Please provide your honest reviews over there. The honest reviews over there. What did you feel about these particular sessions? And that will encourage others also to get into this program. So just take couple of minutes of your time. Now there are many guys who are very stingy and they don't like to give the reviews. Perfectly fine, guys. See, what you give back to the world is what you get back. That is what I believe. So if I'm sharing something really useful with you guys, I'm spending my time over here. Believe me, guys, it's not easy to organize these 21 days. How much of the time do I need to put for this 21 days session, guys? Just understand. And at least there should be some motivation for me where I can understand, okay, the guys who are attending, they are really appreciating it, they are really liking it. So until you basically give me feedback, how I would be motivated to take care. You guys need the motivation, even I need the motivation, guys. And for these 21 days, whatever I'm going to cover, this is going to be mind blowing. So allow me also something. So provide your valuable reviews. Give me the paragraph kind of review, not just something like a good, excellent. That is not going to help. I want to understand actually what are your key takeaways. Do you feel these sessions are worth attending? So just provide your honest reviews. And there are many guys I know, like the moment I ask for the reviews, they run away. Perfectly fine, guys. So these are the guys whom I believe they feel like once we have got these sessions, it's everything. But you need to understand, guys, this world is something like this. The kind of thing you give it to the world, you get it back. Okay, so I'm doing these free sessions because I know that whatever I give, whomsoever is going to be helped by at least nothing else, he will be giving me blessings. Okay, so I would be basically would be really very thankful to you guys. And if you are not thankful, remember guys, if you are not grateful for something, you won't get more of that. But if you are grateful for something, you will definitely get more of it. So that's what I would like to say. And the people who want to drop, they can definitely drop. But there is something really very interesting and important coming up. And if you miss this opportunity, you are going to miss something major. Okay, so I'm going to tell you. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, yes, there are many guys who are really, um, it would be great. Definitely, it's going to be great. Okay. Okay, fantastic. Yes, you just rate this session. How do you feel this session? And once we'll cover the 21-day session, again, you provide your reviews, like how these sessions helped you. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. So just provide it to your Google reviews, guys. I'm waiting for your reviews. Okay, I'm waiting for your reviews. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, fantastic, guys. I really love the wishes which I'm getting from you guys, the energy which I'm getting for you. And I promise you that I'm going to come with lots of programs for you dedicated guys, only for the dedicated guys. See, what happened is I got many of the guys who were not dedicated, who were non-participant. So I kind of moved them out of group. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. Okay, so please provide your review. So I have already shared the link, guys. And also I basically provide you and the link to my LinkedIn profile, and you can share you can follow me on the LinkedIn. And also, okay, I'm sharing the Google link, guys. Google review link first. I think I didn't share the Google review link. So let me just share across that Google review link, guys, with you. And please provide your honest reviews on this particular thing. Where is that link? Uh, so I'm sharing this stuff with you guys. Please take 2 minutes of your time to boost my energy. okay, to boost my energy. And here are the YouTube channels and all which I would write. No, I am sharing over here. Okay, so these are my YouTube channel. You can join that particular stuff also. Okay, and in couple of minutes, I'm going to share something which can be really, really great for you guys. So just hold on. So just take 2 minutes of your time, provide the 5-star reviews, guys, and I would be really, really grateful. And don't just put 5-star, put your feelings, put your heart out. See, the way I'm explaining you, I'm giving you my heart out. Okay, so I would definitely expect that it should be a heartful. Okay, so earlier I shared it to the panelists and all. So just couple of minutes of your time, guys, and this would be acting as an energy. And once you are done, just drop done in the chat box, guys. Just drop done in the chat box once you are done with the review. So remember, we are not done yet. There are something really very interesting coming up. Okay, Nirav, thank you very much for your reviews. So that's the only thing which is the earning for me, guys. Believe me, that is the only thing which I earn, which is earning your love. And okay, link. Let me just share across the link. Okay, so let me just share across the review link, guys. Okay, so that is what it is. We have the review link. Okay, so please take a couple of minutes of your time, guys, and provide your valuable reviews because that will keep my energy level high. And that is what I would consider it as a earning for me. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. Thank you. I see Nanda is posting done, AK is posting done, and I would say like guys, the moment more we are grateful about, the more we get. Okay, thank you. So I see many of the guides. WhatsApp group link, I will share it across. Okay, just hold on. Nice teaching and good learning. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And believe me, guys, these sessions are going to be mind blowing because these were the things which I was doing for the paid program. Okay, for my paid programs and all, and now I made it as free for you guys. Okay, now okay, thank you very much. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot, guys. Okay, so now let's get started. I am really very thankful to you guys for your reviews. Now, many of you guys might be facing these challenges in the life. Okay, lack of clarity. That means you don't know where to go. Whenever you are given the next level of work, you get stuck. And you basically don't know like how should I proceed with this particular thing. There is no big picture clarity over there. And if you are facing one of those things, then I have something really very interesting for you. Many of you guys might be facing a lack of roadmap where you don't know like how should I proceed in my life. I need some guide. I basically need someone who can really help me out. If you are one of those, then just watch out. I have something really very important for you. Many of you might be struggling to crack the interviews. I basically got a call from one of the guys who was like 8+ years of experience, and he tells like I have the moment the interviewer asks me the practical oriented questions, I'm totally lost. I'm not able to proceed at all. So if you are one of those and if you are struggling to crack the interviews, the next thing which I'm going to bring is for you. And if you are feeling a career stagnancy, like you have grown up in the career in the 9 years and all those things, now you feel you are something somewhere out now moving. And now remember guys, the things which are there are very kind of market conditions are definitely not good, because Intel is laying off thousands of 15,000 employees. Cisco is laying off, Facebook is laying off, all the guys are on the layoff. So in this market, how do we grow? Then I have something really very special for you, and something very important you need to understand. Irrespective of the reasons which you have currently, you need to understand we all are on the downward moving escalator. What do I mean by that? If you are not moving, if you are not moving, you are going downwards. You are on the downward moving escalator. So how many of you agree with this? How many of you basically agree with this particular stuff? Okay, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. So that's the thing you need to remember. If you are not growing, we are declining. We are declining. So, as I have already told, and I have made it because there are many guys who find it very uh, difficult to digest that these 21 days are sessions are free, or it is just the hype where I will just conduct the sessions for few days and I will stop. Let me tell you guys, you are the fifth batch. You are the fifth batch of this particular thing. There are two batches running in parallel, and two batches successfully I have conducted where I awarded the certificate to them. But for these, we don't have the certificate. So these 21 day sessions are going to be absolutely free, and you are not going to see any kind of like where I would say, okay, fine, you attended 5 days, from the sixth day onwards, it is paid. No, nothing like that. The only thing which I need from you is your dedication. So if you guys are dedicated, just type 100% in the chat box so that my energy level is high. Guys, I want you to attend it with a full dedication. That's what I want, and that's what is the thing which I would be basically expecting from you guys. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. Thanks for the dedication. See, if you are dedicated, I would be very, very happy to conduct more such sessions. But now what happened was many of the guys were requesting for the recordings. There were some of the guys who were requesting for the notes. There were many of the guys who were basically saying like, I want to have the live interaction with you. I basically want to have the Q&A kind of session to you. So let me tell you guys, yes, we will move to evening, guys. For the weekdays, it will be evening 7:30. Okay, so it is only morning on Saturday and Sunday, and then it would be evening for the weekdays. Rest of the sessions will be evening. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, so now what I would like to say is, see, if you basically want the recordings and you basically want to grow something beyond 21 days, then I have something for you. Now I'm going to tell you one thing, like over here, if you see, we have so many guys, we have three categories of participants over here. One category who will attend today, and possibly they will attend tomorrow. For rest of the days, they will vanish. I don't want you to be in that category. I don't want you to be in that category. So just promise yourself that you will be present for 21 days. Okay. Second category of the guys who will attend all the 21 day session, and dedicatedly they will be doing the things, and they will be exploring the things on their own, and they will be moving at their own pace. I call them as a doers. So yes, that category is good. That category is good. But we can have a third category of guys who basically want to move fast, who basically want to act fast, who feel like it has been enough of trials and enough of like going at that pace. And there are these things, what I'm going to present now, are for the third category, whom I call it as a action takers. Okay, and now if you guys want to fast track your journey, if you really want to move fast, if you want to get the recordings for these sessions, and if you want to learn the concepts which are way beyond 21 days, way beyond 21 days, then you stay further. I have something really very special for you. It's not for everyone, it is only for the guys who feel it has been enough of trial and error, who feels it's a time to take action, and who feel it's time to upgrade, and who feel it is time to stay ahead of competition, and it is time to take charge of career. And I would say honestly, if you are not of these, then this session ends over here for you. If you are not one of those categories, and we will meet up tomorrow, the 21 days sessions are totally free. And now which I'm going to present is something which I offered to my paid members. Something which I offered to my paid members. So guys, with a due respect, if you feel you are not willing to invest on yourself, if you basically don't want to get into any of my paid community, that is perfectly fine. And this session ends over here for you. And whatever I'm going to proceed now, with your permission, with your permission, I want to present something really very amazing, which can be the game changer for you, which can be the game changer for you. And the guys who feel, no, I don't want to get into the paid membership. I don't want to get into the paid community. So the session ends here. And very respectively, I appreciate your thoughts and your willingness to learn. Be there with me for 21 days, and I'm going to give you the best value from there for sure. And now it is only for the action takers. And before presenting that particular paid membership, let me know how many of you are interested. Just drop PG in the chat box, guys. PG in the chat box if you guys want to know about the membership, which can be the life changing for you, which can be the game changing. Okay, okay, I see lots of interest, lots of interest. Thank you very much, guys, for giving me that opportunity for presenting something which can really help you grow. Okay, again, with a due respect, with a really very, I can say, appreciating your thoughts. The guys who are not interested in the paid membership or in the paid program, who feel it might be a waste of time, please leave. I don't want to take even a single minute of yours without your permission. So whoever has granted me the permission, please stay back. I have something really very amazing to present, and it is going to come at a mind-blowing price, believe me, guys, which I might not be able to offer at the later point of time. So whoever feels it's not worth it, please leave. I don't want to take your time. So now it is only for the action taker, the third category of thing. So I have designed the ultimate system to fast track your Linux journey, the complete package to pave the way to the Linux driver development. And here it is. I call it as a Linux Rapid Mastery Program. Now, what is this Linux Rapid Mastery Program? This program has been designed taking into account my 16 years of experience, putting across all the exercises, all the things which can help you grow. So, what does it contains? The Linux fundamentals. Basically, all the things which you want to be comfortable with the Linux. Then you have got the Linux user space internals, something beyond what you are going to learn in 21 days. In 21 days, you basically are learning about the system calls and the processes, but here there are going to be extra things. Then you have got the Linux drivers and you have got the Linux kernel internals. So the complete package is being provided to you over here. Now let's understand what does these things include. So what are the things which are beyond 21 days in this? Okay, so the things are, the outcome is basically comfortability with a Linux environment, comfortability with the tools and techniques for mastering Linux. So this includes Linux directory structure, editors, understanding toolchain and GCC, comfortability with the JIT control system, along with 50 plus exercises which are from the practical perspective, which are going to give you that level of comfort in the Linux which you might be trying to gain into. Even if you are comfortable with the Linux fundamentals, I bet that these are going to be game changers. These are going to be the game changers. Another thing which we have got is Linux user space internals. The outcome is comfortably with the Linux application development, where you are going to learn system calls, processes. So this is what the basic level is covered in the 21 days. But beyond that, along with the many exercises, the practical oriented exercises, you have the signals, threads, synchronization, 50 plus hands-on. 50 plus hands-on, you get Linux user space internet. And I bet once you do this particular thing, you will be very comfortable with the application development related stuff. Further to this, I would like to say you have got the Linux drivers. So in 21 days, we will cover the basics with a simple examples. But here you will have extensive examples, this thing, source code organization, writing your first driver, complete flow, exchanging the data, ioctl with a 20 plus exercises as such. So Linux fundamentals, Linux user space internals, Linux drivers, that is what you are going to get in this package. Another thing is a Linux kernel internals, where the overall purpose is to remember in 21 days we don't have the Linux kernel internals. Yes, Karan Patel, these are paid. These are paid. If you are not interested, Karan, in the paid program, then this is not for you. Okay, so this is paid. I will make it very, very clear. How we can involve Muskan, I will just tell you. I will just tell you. Okay. So now let me just tell you. So develop the enhanced driver, which includes kernel synchronization, mutex, semaphores, spin locks, kernel timing management, kernel timers, interrupt management, along with 20 plus hands-on. And this will be included in the package. So again, let me repeat, guys, these are the paid things which I'm telling you. If you guys are not interested in the paid programs, you may leave the session. We will again meet up tomorrow. Okay. So let me just make it very clear. I don't want to take your time without your permission. So overall thing which you are getting is the Linux fundamentals, Linux user space internals, Linux drivers, and the Linux kernel internals. Overall, if you see, the value of this package is 16K. Okay, but as a part of this webinar and as a part of my effort to build the community of the like-minded professionals, I want to offer you at the mind-blowing price. Because as I told, my purpose is different. My purpose is not that basically I want to just kind of get into the business kind of thing. If I want to get into the business, I could have told you 100% placement, 100% things and all those things. I'm not into that. My thing is to get the dedicated professionals in. Okay, so regular price, if you ask me, is 9,999. But what you are going to get at, you wait till the end, you will be mind blown by that. Absolutely mind blown by that. So along with that, I would like to add some bonuses. The bonuses are VIP WhatsApp group. Then people were saying, okay, fine. So whatever you are offering are the recorded sessions. Yes, those are basically the recorded sessions, the pre-recorded things which I already have. So what if I get the doubts? If you get the doubts, you can post it in the WhatsApp group. Another thing, for the lifetime, we would have weekly meetups. Weekly meetups for the lifetime, where you can put across your queries, where you can ask me your questions, and I would be here to help you out. That means you will be the part of the like-minded professionals who are willing to learn the embedded Linux. Another thing which you will see is you will get the certificate of the completion, so that you can showcase to the organization that you have done this particular stuff. And that will be really, really very handy for you. And you will get the source code, you are going to get the PPT, and all those kind of thing will be there in this particular stuff. So now what you are getting, this all stuff plus the WhatsApp VIP group, the inner circle meetups, the certificate, source code, PPT. And along with that, I would like to offer you one thing more, the interview mastery kit, which includes the group of questions which I used to crack the interviews. Okay, so I want to build that database, and basically I have put few set of things, but I have a plan to grow it further. So that is not being shown over here, but that is also being provided to you. Okay, so now if you see, the total value for this is 39,992, but you don't need to pay that. The price for this particular thing only for today is 4,999. Okay, so how many of you think it's really, really worth getting into this particular stuff? Okay, so how many of you really, really feel like with all that benefits, it is really, really a no-brainer deal? No-brainer deal. Okay, okay, fine. So I see I am interested, but for all of you guys, I want to do something even better, something even better. But you guys need to tell me, are you looking for a great deal over here? You are looking for even better deal, even better deal. Just type better in the chat box. Let me see how is the energy level over here. Better, just drop better in the, okay, so many of the guys are typing better over here, and many of the guys are already in. So let me just tell you, and this is going to blow away your mind. Okay, but again, this is for the action taker. This deal is not going to last longer, guys. Not like, you can save 8,200 rupees, lifetime access to all these courses, lifetime access to my membership, lifetime access to my mentorship sessions, the WhatsApp community, the paid WhatsApp group at just 1,799 plus GST. Guys, so you see, this is the level of price which I'm giving you this particular stuff. which might not be possible for me to give it earlier, give it later point of time. And I used to sell the courses at 7,000 or something like this. So in case you are interested, this offer is very very limited and for the very limited time. So I'm just putting it across in the chat, guys. This particular link, 1799 plus GST. You can compare it with anything, guy, anyone, guys, along lifetime membership. Okay, it's in USD basically. If you want to pay it in USD, there are international cards accepted. You can pay with the international cards. Same link you can use. You can use the international cards. You will know the actual price. Okay, so all the things. So whoever makes the payment over here and gets into the community, just drop done in the chat box. Thank you very much, Venkata. Okay, Prashant, thank you very much. So you see, this is a limited time deal which I am offering only to the action takers. See, what happens is most of the decisions in our life, they come when we need them the most. And these are the opportunities which once slip away, it slipped away. I remember way back in 2008, for these kind of courses, I shelled out in 2008 40K. Believe me, guys, 40K for the superficial program, for the superficial. But here, with a lifetime membership and no fake commitments, guys, no fake commitments of I'm going to basically give you the 100% placement, no fake commitments like you come into my trap and I will give you this. Everything whatever is mentioned, it's committed, it's like that. And you are going to okay, Viru, if you want to pay it in USD, just use this link and it will basically help you. It will give you the link for that. Basically international cards are accepted. Okay, in USD also. Okay, let me share the link again, guys. So this is the link. International payments are also accepted. And once you are in, just drop done. I would like to welcome you to this community, guys. I would like to welcome you. Okay, so link. Okay, so what I will be doing is, let me just make it for, okay, done. So Varun, you are in. Nirav is in. Congratulations. Shruti is in. Thank you very much. Okay, so now I will just restrict the chats to basically, so there are many guys who are in. Uh, so uh, Durga Prasad, if it is open, then you can do it. And I'm sharing it to everyone because link people are not able to locate. Now I'm just putting the communications only to the host and the panelists so that other can see that. Okay, so that is what it is, guys. Don't delay and see what is the difference between your. Okay, thank you very much, Narendra. I welcome you to this community. So, what you get in this rapid mastery program, guys, it's a no-brainer. Believe me. Like, had at that time somebody offered me that helping hand with that level of experience, I would have never let it slip. If you are basically planning to get into something really great. Okay, so Arun Kumar says, done. Ravi Prakash, congratulations and welcome to this community. What would be the timeline for Rapid Mastery? It's a lifetime access. Alfia, it's a lifetime. Chiran says done. Thank you very much. Kumar Ashutosh says done. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. And I will be okay. I'm done with the payment. Veera Lakshmi, thank you very much. I welcome you to this community. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. And basically, see, what I will like to say is you compare it with any of the courses which you might have seen. I can say the lowest of the courses. I see lots of guys are getting. Amir, welcome to the community. Yocto is there. Yocto is not there, Venkata. Yocto is not there in this course. I have other level of courses for that. Done, Prinkesh. Thank you very much. I welcome you to this community. Thanks a lot for the payment. Nishu says he's done with the payment. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Sanjeet is done with the payment. Fantastic, fantastic, guys. You see, there are so many guys are getting into this. Why? Because they see the value, because they are thinking where they will be getting into. Okay, and no Android for Chiran, let me be very honest, no Android fundamentals here. No embedded Android fundamentals. I am a Linux guy and I have not worked on the Linux. Okay, paid course link, I'm again sharing it with the guys. Okay, so I don't want you to mislead you anywhere, guys. So I want to do basically want to get the community where the trust is there. Wherever there is no trust, okay, I will show you that stuff. Okay, so Pradeep Kumar is showing, he wants to show want me to show the sample code and all. I will definitely show you. courses are there. Okay, Abhinav, thank you very much for the payment. Okay, so now see what will happen is once you make a payment, I will grant you the access towards by the end of the day. By the end of the day, I'm going to grant you the access. And yeah, definitely what you are going to get is the WhatsApp group. Make sure, guys, after, okay, Harsidi, I welcome you to this community. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Harsidi. Uh, and so basically, you join the WhatsApp group. Everyone, once you make a payment on the next page. Okay, so Rajsekhar, let me make it very clear. These sessions will be the recorded one, but we'll have a live Q&As. Every week there would be live Q&As. Because see, what I believe is I tell you, like, why did I design that? See, I will keep on repeating the same level of knowledge again and again. So rather than having that same level of knowledge, can't I, whatever knowledge exhaustively I have, I can put it in the recorded format and I can take the guys to the next level. If I can grow the guys to the next level. Okay, yeah. I will quickly cover, guys, what is covered in this. So just to respond to your query, these are the recorded sessions with a live weekly meetups, guys. Okay, so I have done the payment. Looking forward. Okay, thank you very much, Puish. I welcome you to this community. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So thank you very much. Okay, so now let me show you what is included. Payment done. Siju says, thank you very much, Siju. I welcome you to this community. So you will get the WhatsApp group, guys. You will get the link to the WhatsApp group. Please join that WhatsApp group. I will make all the announcements for access to the codes in that thing. And also, okay, I will tell you, Siju, just hold on. You can ping me to this number as well. Okay, you can ping me to this particular number as well. 776026. I have ping me. I will and please join the group. Make sure whoever is making the payment join the group. I will basically enroll you, and you will get the email also on the LMS. When you get the enrolled, you will get the things. So now another thing which I would like to say is, see, in a free sessions you don't have the recordings. In the Rapid Mastery you have the recordings. You don't get the paid community support, but here you get the paid community support. You get the certificate. Over here in free sessions there is no certificate. There are no live meetups beyond 21 days. After 21 days the things will stop. Source code won't be provided in the 21 days. In the Rapid Mastery you have that. PPTs are there in the Rapid Mastery. Kernel internals is not included in this particular 21 day session, but over here it is included, and lots of hands-on are there as a part of this. So somebody was asking, what do I get as a part of this? These all things. Linux fundamentals, Linux drivers, Linux user space internals, kernel internals, inner circle meetups, VIP WhatsApp groups, certificates, source code. And guys, whoever has made the payment, don't worry, it's into the Razor Pay. It's comes into my Razor Pay account, and to each one of you, basically, I would be granting the access on your email IDs, whatever email IDs you would have put. I will grant the access to that particular thing, and I will be granting you the access to that course. Okay, so what is included? All these things. All these things are included over here. So we have got Linux fundamentals, user space internals, drivers, kernel internals, all those kind of stuff we have got. And you guys can ping me on this particular stuff. So okay, payment done, Amar. I welcome you to this community. Fail to get group info. Okay, Arun, then you can ping me on 77 if you are not able to so payment done, Rudra. Thank you. I welcome you to my community. Thank you very much for showing that trust. For showing that trust. Okay, so I really appreciate, guys, for showing me that trust. I am getting lots of WhatsApp messages, guys. And in case I have not welcomed you, don't worry. I in the WhatsApp group. If you are not able to join, ping me on my WhatsApp number, and the kind of experience which you are going to get is truly amazing, guys. It's going to be truly amazing. So Aman, thank you very much. I welcome you to this community. With that 1799 plus GST, it's a no-brainer, guys. Danu Bharti says payment done. Thank you very much. And let me now show you, guys. Let me show you that particular what does it involves. Okay, so I will show you my LMS now. So just hold on. I'm going to show you the LMS for this particular stuff. So there are still lot many guys in the room. I would say, like, guys, this is the price which you spend, this is the amount which you spend typically if you go out on the weekend. 2k is a very small amount actually speaking, but yeah, I appreciate, guys, some of the guys might be getting us limited salary, so I would not like to basically say like that, but I would say, like, see, the greatest success comes when you are able to spend on your learnings. Even today I spend lakhs of rupees on my learnings. Many of the guys tell me, sir, you already know that, then why you are basically spending and learning the courses? I say upgrading is important, and if the upgrade is coming like this with a live mentorship and all those kind of thing, it's a no brainer, guys. You just compare with anything. Udemy is the cheapest thing which you believe. Compare with a Udemy. Go ahead and compare with a Udemy. You see the value. Indeed, when I was comparing with a Udemy, the guys were saying, sir, please don't compare your courses with the Udemy. It's not worth comparing. It's not worth comparing. And the guys who have attended my previous programs where I used to offer the courses for the 15k and all those kind of things, they truly know the value of this. They truly know the value of this particular thing. Okay, so at 1799, it's totally a no brainer. So I will just open the package, guys. You see, I have so many participants for this particular thing. And so now let me just show you the pricing for this particular thing. Sorry, not the pricing, package. So the package, what you have got, kernel internals. I'll show you how what does it what does it involve over here. Hope you guys are able to share see the module. If Let me know if you are able to see this particular course. Okay, just ping me yes if you are able to show this sister. Yes, okay, okay, thank you very much. Okay, okay, thank you very much. So let me just show you what does it involve. I'll go to this course, and what you have in the course, this kernel synchronization. Okay, and over here what you have is the recording which you get. You see, I was conducting the live sessions for, and I used to charge them 9k, sometimes 6k, and depending 6k, 9k, something like that for these stuffs. And these are the sessions from there, live sessions with all the session which I used to conduct. Okay, so yeah, I'm just sharing the link with everyone. Okay, so Arun Kumar, what is the issue you are facing? Could you please let me know what is the issue you are facing? You couldn't see the screen? Okay, let me see if there is a problem. Okay, so let me just see. Guys, you are able to see my screen? Oh, you are not able to see the courses in the link. Arun Kumar, don't worry, don't worry. Don't worry. Access will be granted to you by the end of the day. Okay, so need not worry. So okay, Arun, don't worry. You have already made the payment. If you have not even got into the group, I basically just ping me. I will get you. Okay, fine, fine. So let me just show you. Let me just show you. Now what we have got over here is this recording, and you see the assignments. Now, what will happen is these things, what I'm showing you, they are taken from my practical experience. Whatever I faced while working with this particular thing, I extracted those small examples I'm showing you over here, like spin locks and all those kind of things. After the session, there would be exercises which you need to complete. Now, what will happen is these exercises, once you complete, you will submit them for the review. And when we'll have a live meetups, during the live meetups, you can ask me any questions related to these. And another thing which will happen over here is you can move at any pace, whatever you want. So it's not that you need to complete now. You have got the lifetime access. And these sessions I'm basically committing for the lifetime. Like the live meetups will keep on happening, and you can ask your queries over there. And then what happens is whatever queries you might be having, I would be answering it live to you. Those particular thing, I would be interacting with you on that particular front. And you see this timing management, again you will have a recordings, you will have the lots of hands-on the exercises which can give you the grasp on that particular topic. And then you see again the interrupt management, top halves, bottom halves, and all those things. You have the assignments for those as well. So the idea is you will be basically participating, you will be completing the assignments. I will basically provide you the review for those particular thing. You will be asking the questions to me in the live meetups whenever you are stuck. And you have a WhatsApp group where you can put across the queries. So right now, if you see in this program, if you want to see in this overall program, I have 200 members. 200 members. So just imagine, guys, you are the part of community. You will be the part of community of like-minded 200 people, and you will be interacting with them. You will be getting the ideas from them, the way they are growing. So that's why I showed you that video. This is the power of community, which very few people appreciate. If you see somebody is moving, somebody is doing, you will also feel like I want to do. Many a times we tend to get lost in our day-to-day activities and feel there is no motivation and there is no way we can grow. But this community can definitely help you grow, and at that less price. My only intention is to help you, is help you. Believe me, this particular price, how much soever you are joining at this particular price and with this live session, it doesn't even actually cares for my one I can say 1 or 2 days of my corporate trainings. I mean it, guys. I mean it. Corporate trainings, because I charge on the hourly basis to those guys. So, but my intention was I want to basically have a community whom I can refer. But again, not a trap, guys, not a trap. Let me be very, very clear on this thing. I am not committing 100% placement. The moment I say 100% placement, my focus will be to search for the companies and get you placed somewhere so that I can get rid of you. The moment I offer 100% placement, you become a burden on me, who will be always asking me, sir, when will I get the job? When will I get the job? When will I get the job? And your focus will shift from the learnings to the job. And that is what I don't want. I don't want to get any community member into this illusion that laying a trap of 100% placement. Because the moment I focus on the placement, my work will become a business, purely business oriented thing. But I want to focus on learnings. I want you to learn and grow to such an extent where there should not be any dearth of jobs for you. Indeed, you would have done such a great work that recruiters will approach you. That is what is happening with me, guys. On a daily basis, I can say on a daily basis, I get lots of requests for the trainings, for the clients without doing any advertisements. Just think of it. Do you want to grow to that level? So, and this is the way. This is the way. Do you want to get that internal satisfaction? Internal satisfaction is something means you are working on something which you love. If you want to get that, then this is the place for you. If you want to basically join the highly motivated professionals and want to grow in your careers, this is the place to get into. But if you are coming for that placements and all those kind of thing, I'm not here to lay the trap. Believe me, guys. So if you want to see, if you want to see one thing, I'm not joking. Whatever I say, I mean it. I'm going to show you. Okay, that message is not here. Basically, from my past uh, thing. Okay, here it is not showing those messages. I could have shown you that thing. Just 2 days back, I got the requirement from the guy where I was providing the consultancies, and he told it like I need 4 to 5 firmware engineers. And then he told I want one senior guy like me, and where he would like to offer the where basically he will be offering me the things at any rate what I want. It's like that. So let me just show you that message. Actually, it's not there on this PC. Otherwise, I could have shown you that thing where he wanted 4 to 5 embedded engineers and he wanted a senior guy like me. I told I'm not available. I'm not available. And this was the project which was for around 6 months. 6 months. So side by side, you can basically do that. And the thing is, this project can fetch you any amount which you want on the hourly basis. So isn't that great, guys? So I'm not showing you the something which is really fake, because that is happening to me. And I want that to happen to you as well. I want you to get into your dream role, because embedded is a vast field. Okay. No, Arun, you will get it. You just ping me on the 77602 263, and you will get the things. And right now, I'm the one man army, Arun. So you can ping me on this. I'll help you out. Don't worry. Okay. So anyone who is thinking of still making a payment, guys, you will be losing on the opportunity. This is the great opportunity which you can definitely get into this. And this can, okay, Review, thank you very much. I welcome you to the community. Thanks for showing that trust, and be ready to learn and be ready to get into the amazing experience. Okay, sure, Rifu. Just ping me on my WhatsApp group, and if you would have got the WhatsApp group, then I will make a further announcements over there. Okay, Neha says unable to do the payment. So I will share another link with you, Neha, and you can make it through the InstaMojo if you are not able to make a payment through that. Okay, so here is the InstaMojo link for you, Neha. You can make a payment through this. Just ping me uh, over the WhatsApp once you make the payment. Okay, so you can make a payment through that. And now, what I was showing you is, guys, you see, this stuff, the package. Okay, paid course details you have missed. I will show you. I will show you now. So this is the package which you get. This is the package which you will be getting, team. And in this package, all these things are there. What you have: Linux kernel internals, Linux fundamentals, Linux application development, Linux driver development, 21 days sessions recordings, 21 days sessions recording, and the interview mastery kit. Okay, so Linux kernel internals, Linux fundamentals, Linux application development, Linux driver development, all these modules are included in the recorded form. Okay, in the recorded form. Along with this, okay, Arun Kumar, Yocto, don't worry. I will let us first start that thing, and then whatever I have to offer, I will let you know. Okay, but future group, future Yocto, I'm going to start, Arun. Don't worry. I have conducted all these sessions. I will show you. So this is one of the link, and you can make a payment. And another thing is through the Razor Pay. You can make a payment. Okay. So this is a Razor Pay link. You can use any of the things. And if you are making through InstaMojo, ping me on this. Ping me on this. Okay, let me just show you now. Okay, so what does it includes? Linux kernel internals, Linux fundamentals. Let me show you what is Linux fundamentals. Actually, all the stuff which you are getting over here: roadmap to Linux drivers, Linux and its architecture, setting up the Linux machine, JIT fundamentals, and more of the hands-on would be added over here in the Linux fundamentals. Then I will show you Linux application development, guys. And let me just show you the application development part. You will be blown away by the kind of exercises we have over here. You see, interviewer asks, see, you know what is the secret to crack the interview? Because I have cracked lots of interviews. So I would like to tell you the secret to crack the interview. It is basically something like explaining what problems did you face and how did you solve it. Okay. And these exercises which are there, they are going to be something like that. You see, in the system calls itself, so many exercises. And then what you have is the assignments on the processes, the exhaustive list. Remember, these are not the. Okay. So now the question is coming, that will completing Rapid Mastery course help us fetch jobs? Okay, yes. So that's an interesting question, and most of the guys basically ask me this particular thing. See, guys, uh, with this Rapid Mastery program, you are getting into the learning process. You are getting into the learning process. If you do all the assignments, if you are dedicated to the live meetups and all, with this much of knowledge, definitely you can get into job. Okay, my contact. Okay, okay. Okay, so definitely it will help you with a job. Okay, definitely it will help you. But again, guys, I'm telling you again and again, let me repeat one thing. See, I would like you to come here for learning. Focus on the learning. If your focus is just on the job, what will happen is there are many institutes out there who will be laying that trap for you. They will be laying that trap for you, and they will try to get you over there, and they will get you placed somewhere where you are not liking. See, the initial part of the career, or wherever, see, since you are over here and you are attending my session, I would like to guide you. Okay, I don't want to mislead you. What I'm saying is focus on your learnings, learn new everything every day learn something new, and these things will definitely help you grow and learn every day. And after that, you basically showcase your skills, and cracking the interview will be the matter of just time. Yes, yes, Muskan, you can leave, you can leave. Thank you very much, Muskan. Yeah, so yes, I'm done. I'm just showing about the paid program. Okay, so no worries. Okay, so Shiva Nandini, it's your wish. If the offer is open, you can basically get into. Okay, thank you very much, guys. So whoever is leaving, that's perfectly fine. So I'm just showing what you get as a part of this particular program. Okay, sure, sure, Shiva. Sure, Shiva Nandini. Yeah, definitely you will come to know in 4 to 5 days what the thing is. But the offer should be opened. That is the only thing. So now let me show you the package. Okay, Neha, thank you very much for the payment. Please ping me on my WhatsApp number because you have done it from the. Yes, Neha, you ping me on my WhatsApp number. I will add you up in the group because InstaMojo doesn't have the WhatsApp group link. Okay, so this is what the package builder is. So, guys, join this program only if your focus is on learning. If it's on learning, and if you learn, job will be the byproduct. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. Yeah, Neha, I know you have paid through InstaMojo. You just ping me on 776026. I will add. Okay. Yes, yes, definitely, Amar. Session link and everything will be updated. Whoever has made the payment and whoever is not interested in the paid program, they can drop out. I am basically answering the queries of others, and as such, like if you have made the payment, all the updates will come in the group, guys. Amar, if you have made the payment, right? So I will just update you in this in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so no need to stay, guys. Once you are done with this thing. Okay, so again, sharing the Razor Pay link for the guys who want to. Are the recording access only during the specific times in the day? At times I get. Oh, okay. So Mahesh, recordings are for lifetime. No specific. Uh, okay, so the recordings are available lifetime for you. So you don't need to worry. So I don't want to restrict. Okay, thank you very much. Waiting for the next instruction. Sure, 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 Nishu. Sure, sure. Okay, so whoever has made the payment, thank you very much. Welcome to the community. And if you guys, anyone has questions, just put across your query. Okay, Vilas, if you have made the payment link would be available in the, okay, Alfia, the payment, if you have not joined the group, ping me on this. So after making a Razor payment, you will get the next link, which will be to the WhatsApp group. You can join that. You can join that. Okay, so I see there are many guys who are still thinking and are on the fence. So from all those guys, I just want to understand like what is really stopping you from getting into this amazing program, because I thought it will be useful to everyone like when I was launching. And I see still people are thinking. So I'm just taking a screenshot of how many guys are there though. Okay, so yes, possible to pay with a PayPal. Yes, possible to pay. You use this link. Okay, Mahesh, if you didn't get the link, ping me on the WhatsApp with the payment receipt. I will add you up. No, no, live session, Samir would be live. Uh, whatever, yes, whatever live sessions are there, they will be shared for the paid members. Okay, so I'll just share the link with you guys. Okay, sure, Vilas, you will get the update. So since many of the guys have joined, uh, so I will try to provide the access by today. Okay. Okay, sure. Then Veera, just ping me with your personal email ID. Okay, ping me with your personal email ID on my number. I will add your personal number. Okay, personal email ID, because I want you to add the personal email IDs, not the office email IDs. Otherwise, that would be a problem. In case you get stuck and if you suppose you leave the office, this course will not have the access. So make sure you join it from the personal email IDs. Okay, so and what we have over here is basically, see, you have the interview mastery kit, you have the Linux driver development, Linux application development, Linux fundamentals, and interview mastery kit. Let me just open the interview mastery kit for you guys. So I have just started to add, let me be very honest, what is there in this particular stuff. Few things on the Linux fundamentals I have started, but this will grow huge. This will grow huge. And you see, with every question, what you will have, the hands-on, like soft link and hard link. Okay, let us do it practically. For the application development, what are the signals? And write a program that catches the signals and handles the signals such as second and second terms, like that. So it would be totally practical oriented. I can say it's like a Olympiad for you, kind of like that, where you can practice this stuff and be confident with your interviews. But this is not all. I can say this is just the 10%, not even 10%, 5%, something like that. But what you are going to get is something amazing. And people were asking about the Yocto courses, and also right now I'm not actually sharing anything related to Yocto, because once you basically come to those sessions, I will share something, because I have not planned yet. But Yocto courses and everything is there with me. Okay, I have conducted it in a very much detail. Okay, so anyone, just anyways, I just promised you that I will be answering all of your queries. So let me see. Okay, Ashwin says that the money has been deducted, but Razorpay says payment not yet received. So Ashwin, don't worry, you will receive the refund back. You will receive the refund back. So nothing to worry about that, because Razorpay is a very trusted payment gateway which is being lakhs, used by lakhs. So don't worry at all. It's a very safe payment. No, Shruti, we are done. We are done. Technical topic, there is nothing like a technical topic. Now it is only about whoever wants to get into the paid programs and have the questions about that, they can basically ask me the questions, and otherwise nothing. And the guys who had basically questions, they can put across their queries here. So I see still there are many guys in the room who are actually thinking right still to get into this program or not. I would say opportunities you get it rarely, and if you lose them, it's all gone. Okay, so don't let this opportunity slip, guys. So this is definitely going to be a game changer for all of you. So many guys have got in because they really value the the things which are going to be covered in this particular thing. Sir, for hands-on, are you using SPC? No, Vilas, this is totally on PC. This is totally on PC. Uh, how much approximate time do you think it will take for the paid member working in a corporate job to get ready for the interview with the help of these course? Okay, fantastic. Very nice question. So see, that is a very relative thing. Actually speaking, Piyush is asking how much approximate time will it take for a paid member working in a corporate job to get ready for the interview with the help of these course. See, overall, if you are in a job and if you are able to dedicate, say, let's say 2 hours, or let me put it in a week, if you are able to put 8 hours within a matter of 2 months, you will be good to go. But if you are willing to put more, if you are willing to put more time, if you are willing to grow faster, it can be even faster. But I've told on an average how much time. Yes, Velocity, same concepts, you can use it on the board as well. Okay, so hope Piyush, I answered your queries. It all depends on you, but typically 2 months should be a good. Let's say you are not at all into Linux and you are starting with the fundamentals. It will take 2 to 2.5 months for you to ramp up with that. Okay, thank you very much, Cora. I welcome you to the community. You would have got the link to the WhatsApp group. Please join that. Have just paid. Okay. I can say Etudier says he has made the payment. Embedded Linux fundamentals, no Chiran. No Chiran, no embedded Linux over here. This program is there to get you started with the Linux drivers. Okay, get you started with the Linux drivers on the PC. Just imagine, guys. I am charging you 1799 for this, and then I basically tell you that buy the board worth 5K. It won't be doing a justice to this program, right? So, uh, do we have a kernel development course? Yes, Vilas Shetty, there is a Linux kernel internals. Let me show you so that you are not in the confusion. So what we have over here is Linux kernel internals, and this Linux kernel internals has kernel synchronization, kernel timing management, interrupt management. So these are the things which you, okay. So uh, if you have joined the WhatsApp group, no need to worry. All the further instructions would be shared. But in case you have not joined that paid WhatsApp group, I again would ask you to ping me on this number. I will help you out. Okay. Hirani. So let me just tell you. Uh, Linux kernel internals is not user space internals. I show you where the kernel internals is. Okay, so let me just show you that particular thing. And here is the Linux application development. That is Linux user space internals. Okay, that is the Linux. Okay, okay. Thank you very much, Piyush. Thank you very much, Piyush. Okay, so this is what we have in the Linux user space internals. So I'm getting lots of queries from you guys. So yes, see, this is what is there. System calls, processes, signals, thread synchronization. That should be good enough for you to get. Uh, yeah, so people have doubts about the course material. Guys, be in a group. I will provide all the instructions. Okay, okay. You received, didn't receive? Then Hirani, you can ping me on. You can ping me on my WhatsApp. Okay, and I will add you up in the group. And do share the payment receipt, Hirani, so that I can just verify it and get you into that. Okay, so don't worry, Vilas Shetty, if you ping me, I am right now in the session. I'm one man army. So allow me some time and I will get you there. I'll get you there. No, no, Amit, no advanced drivers included in the paid course. Let me be very honest. No advanced drivers. I will again show you what is included. Let me show it for others, everybody's clarity, what is there. See, what is included in this particular course? Let me again show you for everyone's clarity. Let us be very, very clear on what we are getting into. Okay, so you see what we have got is Linux Rapid Mastery program where you have a usage space internals, fundamentals, drivers, and kernel internals. In the fundamentals, you will see all this stuff. Okay, you will get all these stuffs. 21 day session will cover, but overall, over and above, there are exercises. Then Linux user space internals, system calls, processes, signals, threads, synchronization, 50 plus hands-on. Drivers, these are the things covered. Let me show you. These are the things which are covered in the drivers. Linux driver ecosystem, kernel source, writing your first driver, character drivers. Now in 21 days session, you are going to get the limited exercises. But here there will be more exercises. Plus, there will be additional things like ioctal and 20 plus hands-on, which are taken from my practical industrial experience. So that is what it is. I mean, so no advanced drivers over here. So understand the group. The overall goal of this particular program is to get you started with a driver where you feel comfortable with what the driver is, and you should be capable of writing a drivers with a kernel internals. Okay, tomorrow session, Chiran, thank you very much. I welcome you to the community, Chiran. Tomorrow again 10 a.m. Again, tomorrow 10 a.m. Okay. So if you are done with the payment, rest of the updates you will get it in the group, Chiran. Okay. So 10 a.m. is the time. So we have still many members who are still thinking. Uh, okay, okay. Thanks, Chiran. Thank you very much. Thanks everyone for your responses. Now um, I will again open up to everyone. Okay, it's already open to everyone. Yeah, already opened it to everyone. So yes, if anyone is thinking still, here is the payment link, guys. Go ahead. Don't think much, and it's a no-brainer deal. Believe me. And after 1 hour, this particular link will be updated to 4999, the price which I showed you. And then whenever the offer comes, we'll see. Okay. So anyone having any queries before we conclude this session? Okay. Yeah. So I don't see any queries over here. Will there be meeting or sessions for Q&A planned as physically? No. Mahesh, this will be online meeting. This will be online meetings, online Q&As. So basically, I don't have the office, to be honest. I'm basically working from home. Okay, and that is what I want each one of you to get into, from the comfort of your home, from the comfort of your I can say flexibility. You should be able to earn the way you want. But again, no traps. Whenever I basically discuss about the jobs and all, one thing which comes to my mind is just the traps which nowadays the institutes are laying. So I don't want to get into that. No, Vilas, no network driver. See, this is what you have in a driver. Vilas, this is what you have in a driver. For the advanced things, for the embedded Linux and all, attend rest of the session. There are high level programs. There are high level programs. The whole purpose of this rapid mastery is to get you started and get you that confidence that you can develop the driver. Okay, and from there on, whatever path you want, you can choose. So that is what it is. Okay, so this is what it is. Go to the material purchase. Yeah, definitely, Kumar Piyush. I will help you out. I will help you out. I would be planning some orientation call with you guys. Good, you told me, Piyush. I will be having an orientation call with all the paid members. And okay, thank you very much. If you have anyways made the payment, you are the part of the community. Rest of the updates will be on the WhatsApp group. Amir, no. See, what will happen is, Amir, I tell you, the advanced drivers, I can't actually cover in this Q&A parts and all those kind of thing, because that will confuse the matters for others. Because, see, it's not the matter of one or two questions. It would be the whole bunch of questions which will come, because if I answer one, there will be another question. Answer one, another question. And totally this will cause the confusion. So this is exclusively for the guys who want to start with the device drivers. So there won't be any Amir, there won't be any discussion on the advanced. And if you are looking for the advanced kind of stuff, then I will share you the details. Just ping me if you are looking for that. You can get into those courses. Those are high-end courses. Okay, those are high-end courses. These are for the starters, like whoever wants to start with the Linux drivers. Okay, so no fake commitments here. Okay. Thank you very much, Piyush, and thanks for the suggestion. We will have it soon. Okay, all that. Oh, yeah. So Prashant is asking the whole topics which will be covered, the complete. I have the complete course coverage. Okay. So let me just show you, let me just give you that and I will show you there. Will you be able to help me? Will you be able to help me out in embedded Linux? Guide me, please. I'm currently. Yes, Vilas, I will be able to guide you. And that's why I have designed new programs, you see, because I see many of the guys who are into the embedded. So that's why I have designed the new free programs for that. And anyone interested in the paid programs to get my mentorship, I will again give you something over there. So this is the content. I'll just click this content, guys. So let me just show you the complete content level thing. Yeah, I forgot actually showing you that stuff, guys. So see, this is what it is. What it includes: fundamentals, application development, driver development, kernel internals, lifetime access to the recorded sessions and the assignment, lifetime access to the community, lifetime access to the inner circle weekly meetups, and e-certificate. So this is what we will be seeing in the 21 days sessions as well, but there would be additional things and you will get the complete recordings for this. And system calls, processes, signals, threads, synchronization. Drivers, this is what it is. Complete thing. Kernel internals, this is what it is. So these all things are included, and you will have a lots of assignments, lots of hands-on, which will help you gain the grasp over that particular thing. Okay, so hope everybody is clear what you are getting into. So you see all these things are there. Prashant, does it looks good? I've given you the complete stuff here. Vilas and embedded Linux. If you are into the embedded system domain, then getting into the embedded Linux, I would be able to guide you. Don't worry. Okay, but not as a part of Rapid Mastery. Rapid Mastery are for the PC. Attend my other programs. They are there. They are full of that values. Yeah, and of course, guys, I shared the YouTube links, right? YouTube, my videos links. So everybody can subscribe to this channel. There are very interesting YouTube videos which I have posted over there. You can, and most of you are from my LinkedIn community, guys. So you can basically join that as well. Okay, all right. So yes, it has been 2.5 hours, and I am really, really very thankful to all of you guys for being here till that late. And thank you very much, guys. Whoever has made the payment, I will update you soon, and I will add you up. If you are not in the group, I will add you up in the group, and I will provide the further instructions over there. Okay. So with that note, thank you very much, guys, and see you tomorrow again at the same time, 10 a.m. for another value packed session. So, bye bye, guys. Thank you very much and have a good day. Okay.